I want to nail it the first time.
Hey, this is JLD hanging out in the California sun. Met up with my buddy Joel Comm. Gonna have a little bit of fun, and you want to tune in to episode 1.
Welcome to Fun, the show where today's top business leaders explain how they've left the hustle and grind for a life of fulfillment and purpose. Here we go. Hi, I'm Joel Comm, and welcome to Fun. And my special guest today is the host and creator of one of the world's most popular business podcasts, Entrepreneur on Fire. His name is John Lee Dumas. John, welcome to the show.
I'm ready to have some fun.
You came to the right place. So, you at one time in your life were doing the whole hustle thing, where you were working really hard to accomplish what it is that you wanted to achieve. What was that like?
It was a grind. It was waking up in the morning. It was commuting into work. It was sitting in a cubicle. It was nose to the grindstone for 8-9 hours, commuting home and saying, wow, I got to go to bed so I can do it all over again.
Why did you do that? Was that like a trap? Did society set a trap for you?
It was like I didn't know any better. I didn't know there were other options. And fortunately, as we'll get into a little bit later, I was exposed to some other opportunities, and now my life is F-U-N.
Which spells fun. There's certainly a time and a place for the hustle. I think there are seasons in life where you really do have to nose to the grindstone and get stuff done. But my personal belief is that teaching in general is not sustainable. It just leads to burnout. It leads to broken relationships. It leads to disillusionment. And I've discovered that in my own life, that when I am instead seeking experiences and building my life upon the relationships that I have and doing that which greatly interests me, I have the greatest outcomes. So it's what I call trusting the process. Is that what you've experienced?
Absolutely. And I love that you brought up seasons. I think seasons are really important. And I look back on my journey, I went through 4 major seasons. Season 1 was just the hustle and the grind, and I paid for it. My health, my nutrition suffered, my fitness suffered, like all of those things. So season 2,
we call that the winter, right?
That was the winter.
Winter season. It's cold.
It's cold, dark, damp. But then I did move into season 2, where I started to get some more balance. But then season 3, I realized I was not getting as much done as I wanted to. So now I've entered the 4th season of my life, where I kind of have daily seasons, where I have the hustle and focus for a very short period of time, intraday, and then the rest of the days allows me to expand and do what I want to do, not what I have to do.
Do you find that when you've learned how to work smarter than working hard, you actually get more done?
It's not even close. And the Pomodoro method is not something that is made up. I mean, it's been tested over the decades, and it's incredible when you can actually have a timer set for a certain amount of time. We're talking 25, 35 minutes, knowing that's being counted down, focus, crush that work, and then you move into your refresh time, which is going for a walk outside, taking some sun, maybe ripping off some quick push-ups, or, going and checking out ESPN.com to see if your team won the game last night, like whatever it might be. But that's the way that you can intraday get so much done, but not feel like you're just hustling and grinding throughout that entire day.
As you do your podcast, Entrepreneur on Fire, when you first started the show, you probably really treated it like work. What was that like?
I woke up in the morning, 6 a.m., sitting down at my computer, and immediately I'm into OPA, other people's agenda. I'm taking emails, going on social media, answering all the things. And then before I knew it, the day would be half done, and I haven't done anything for my business.
Didn't you want to say, hey, other people's agenda, you're not the boss of me?
I'm putting out other people's fires all day long. Mm-hmm. That wasn't why I quit corporate America. That wasn't why I started my own business, was to just deal with other people's agendas. So I knew things had to change.
Do you feel like you quit corporate America, or do you feel like corporate America quit you?
I think that I quit corporate America because I was not having fun. And I just had that moment in time where I said, you know what? This life that I have, it's going to be over, and will I have fun during that moment in time, or will it just be corporate America?
I think that the ideology of work has its time and place. But ultimately, my experience and the experience of so many others is that if you're working all the time, if you're that guy that's listening to the teaching that says, get up early and stay late after everyone else, and while your friends are out picnicking or partying on the weekends, if you're at the office, this is how you win, that ultimately leads to brokenness and emptiness. You might have a sack full of cash, but what else will you have?
I'm a proponent of hard work. So I wake up in the morning and I know that I'm going to have 4 focus sessions. And my focus sessions, Joel, are 42 minutes long. If you had told me 4 years ago that I'd be able to work essentially 160 minutes in a day total and be running a 7-figure a year business, I would say you're crazy. But I do, and I am. So I work hard, but in very niche moments of time. And the rest of my days, the rest of my day, minus those 160 minutes, is dedicated to what I want to do, which is to have fun.
And this is a system actually you've developed.
Yes.
You've had 2 very successful Kickstarter campaigns that are based on your journals. First, the Freedom Journal, which I believe you've sold over 21,000
Yes.
copies, and more recently, your Mastery Journal. And so explain really briefly, what does the Freedom Journal do for someone?
So the Freedom Journal was created because I realized that people struggled setting and then accomplishing one goal. The bright, shiny object syndrome is everywhere. The weapons of mass distraction just crush people. So I just wanted people to have one goal and accomplish it in 100 days. And that just struck a nerve. And we sold over 21,000 copies of that. And so a year later, I was saying, wow, how am I able to run a 7-day-a-week podcast, emails, do social media, all of these things? Well, I'm very productive. I'm very disciplined, and I'm very focused. Hence the Mastery Journal. Master productivity, discipline, and focus in 100 days. But again, going back to what we just talked about, I do 4 42-minute sessions every day. That's it. That's 160 minutes. That's not a lot of time.
And do those sessions feel like work?
They feel like fun because I'm choosing the task. I'm accomplishing the task. And then guess what? I do understand that we do have to go into our email inbox at some point. There's communications that have to happen. But I only take care of OPA, other people's agenda, after I'm done my focus, my business, my fun.
I don't remember who said it. Maybe we can discover the quote, but it is, if you can tell the difference between your work and your play, you're doing one of them wrong. John, what a lot of people don't know about you is that you served the United States military in the Army and were a captain for a number of years. And you spent some time on the ground in Fallujah during the war. And I have a feeling that had to be a transformative time for you in your own personal philosophy of how am I going to approach my life once I get home?
I think a lot of people struggle living in the present. And so for me, when I was deployed to Iraq, I brought 16 men to war, and I brought 12 back. So we lost 4 soldiers who gave the ultimate sacrifice. And at each one of those funerals, I said to myself, I want to honor these heroes by committing that I will never live a life less than what I'm capable of living. So every time I came up to that wall, when it was law school, corporate finance, commercial real estate, and I had to make that hard decision to leave, I would think of them and say, I'm not honoring that commitment if I remain in this path that's not for me. I'm not having fun. I'm depressed. I'm not happy. And yet I'm alive. And their gift of life was taken away. So I'm just not honoring what they gave to this country. And so it gave me the courage each one of those times to make that move and to keep trying new things until I found Entrepreneur on Fire and found the fun in life. And that's where I'm at now. So for me, looking back, if we can just realize there's so many different paths in life, but the present moment is the one that we're in, make the most of that, and always have fun.
John, we're here in Mission Beach, San Diego. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful day. Homie, this is your old stomping ground. You grew up here.
That's it.
Like when you were growing up and you'd run out with your buddies, what did you do for fun here?
I mean, you're looking at it. Beach, sun, surfing, sailing, football.
All the S's. Oh, and the F's.
We just do it all, we just have fun.
And here's the thing, just because we learn how to adult, right? Manage our lives as adults and be responsible doesn't mean we have to stop being kids and, playful, childlike.
Look at the choices people made today. They chose to be here. Some people are choosing to be in a cubicle right now.
Okay, so
it's not fun.
It's not fun at all. Not my idea of living the dream. Look, dude, you see what they got over there?
That's the roller coaster.
That's the Belmont Park roller coaster.
What
do you think?
Roller coaster.
Are we doing it?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
We're in. roller coaster. Wait, fun.
I'm scared.
I'm so scared.
Come on, give me some Costa. That way. Wooden coasters, baby.
Are you having fun? I want to go again. I want to go again.
F-U-N.
F-U-N.
John, thanks for joining me, dude. You
Brother.
are fun. How do people track you down to get more JLD love?
All the magic happens at eofire.com.
You want the forgotten formula for business and life? It's fun. Join the community we've got set up just for you at fun.rocks. I can't wait to see you there.